Hello Daily Drafters and welcome back to the channel for today's Arena Gauntlet League match. Today will be match number 11, beginning week 3, so we are returning to our Lorwyn pool. So the end of the last video that you saw last week kind of pre-built the deck that you see on your screen here today. We've got a bit of a Jund grindy-ish kind of deck, graveyard focus with 3 weavers. We've got a lot of rares in here that could be pretty powerful. The mana situation's not particularly great. We did get a Wickermaw in our last pack, as well as a Feardock core here to help with 2 druids to help us really ensure that everything is good. But we've got, Bitterbloom Bearer, Bristlebane, Battler. We've got Abigail. There is Grub in here now. We've got Soul Immolation and Gloom Ripper over here. Selfless Safe Right. Lots of really good rares that we're able to include in this. We're going to hope that those can help propel us to the record that we need for this week. So we're going to check in here now with the standings as of match number 11. We entered this week playing our first match very early on, like right at the first hour or so of the week, so you don't see too many players up toward the 13-ish wins range. The top of the leaderboard is still held by Black Canary with that 9-1 record. Several 8-2s following, though, all the way down to 11th place as far as we can see. And we are beginning the week in 50th place with our 6-4 record. Now, something interesting to note that we might want to keep an eye on going forward here in the league. Our opponent match win percentage at 60.56% is among the highest of any player that's like above a 3-6 record or so. So, if we get close toward the end and we're vying for one of those top spots for finalists there, our opponent match win percentage very well could put us over the top to get that tiebreaker, because that 60.56 is looking very good for us here as well. We got that 6-4 record, looking to improve that today, going against FunnyTruck, who's got a 7-4 record. So that opponent match win percentage is not going to be going down anytime soon. They're in 35th place. There are roughly 230-ish players in this league, so we're both toward the top. And my Lorwyn pool record, this is a new graphic here this week. My first 5 games with this Lorwyn pool, I went 2-3. It is a Jund deck, as you saw. And FunnyTruck's Lorwyn pool so far has gone 4-2 and is an Abzan build. Now, when it comes to the lifetime AGL record, we have mine on the left and FunnyTruck's on the right. Lower wins, lower losses, but almost an identical lifetime win percentage. So this should be a very close match. And interestingly, this will be our 3rd lifetime matchup head-to-head. I lost both the first 2, so I'm looking for some vengeance here. When it comes to badges, I do have that 1 finalist and 1 additional top 16 badge. And FunnyTruck does not quite have any just yet, but with the same record and same win percentage as me, I'm sure some will be coming in the near future. So we are looking to start off our week 3 on a high note here against another tough opponent. See if we can get it done. See you in game 1. Okay, here we are going second with a hand that is pretty slow. Got a druid. The zealot can find green. If we find green by our second draw step, we can just play the druid. I think it's fine. It's very slow. I don't think this deck is going to be particularly aggressive, but we will see. I guess there's a 1-drop, which into a Figure of Fable. Oh, yeah. This is going to go great. I think we're just about done in this first game already. Oh boy. Okay. So, we have double druid. Do I take the turn off to play the zealot? At the very least, this thing can, maybe trade with something. This can become a 2-3. There goes our forest that we would have loved to see. Okay. Probably going to trade this with Aspirant here. If he offers it. Okay, I didn't offer it. Missed a land drop. I don't hate to see that. I think I can get the Elm down. Next turn I can cycle and play Druid here. I think seems like a decent plan. I can also just attack. Let's see what we got in just black. There is a Scarblade's Malice. I don't know if that's going to pop up as them having priority. It looks like it does. So there could be a Scarblade's Malice in hand. This enters as a 1/2, but next turn could theoretically start killing things. Probably won't, because I want to get my mana situation under me. I could just hold this back to block as well. It's not going to be blocking this. Could be blocking either of those two. Alright, let's do no attacks. Let's play the Elm here. Yeah, I mean, they could turn it into a 2/3. I could... Well, if I think it's Scarblade's Malice, he could turn it into a 2/3 and then kill both of my creatures, so I don't think I want that to happen here. Okay, another 1-drop. Wow, this is a very aggressive deck here. I think I'm gonna cycle for either green or black here. Probably green. Do this, play this. Have another blocker potentially, although the Death Touch could mess that up. Wow, just nothing but 1-drops so far, so that's interesting. So we're gonna have to sideboard accordingly. Missing land drops over there, but gosh, still have 4 creatures on the board with a Death Touch trick in hand, so a very aggressive deck here. I can force a trade, but then I can't use this ability. I think I want to be able to use this ability, so, and I don't want to block because I know he's got Death Touch. So this does force me to take another 4 here, which isn't great, but let's see what we can do. I guess we can do Feardock Core and the Elm here to get rid of one of these tappers, maybe. Can't do it to the Fable. I think I want to do it to the tapper here. See if they use it to tap something down or not. Tap down the lifelinker, okay. No attacks, that becomes a 2/3. Now this can block some things. This can't block until I get the Scarblade's Malice out of the hand here. This can become a 4/5. Yikes. No blocks then. This can keep tapping down our Death Toucher if we get that down. So this is quite the combo that makes it difficult for me to really do much. Currently have 7 mana here. Okay, there's just another creature. Can potentially just play 2 things. Could play a 6/5, but it's likely going to get tapped. This is a continual problem here. Can gain potentially 1 more life if I wait, but I don't know how much 1 extra life is going to matter here. This is until the end of my next turn. So if I play Zealot, it gets tapped down. They can't tap it and do that unless they draw another land here. And I'd be okay trading Figure for Zealot plus a Scarblade's Malice. That would be okay. So this is kind of banking that they don't top deck another land. So I think I'm just going to take this route and I hope they don't top deck another land here. Now I can actually kind of do all of this here. And can't attack, really. Alright, they did top deck the other land, so that works out perfectly. Sarcasm. So now if they really want to push 4 damage, they could. Okay, nope, didn't do it. Alright, so this is going to be really good with Zealot now, with Abigail here. So let's see if that works first off. Could have some sort of removal to mess that up. Can tap it down. I mean, kind of expected this sort of stuff, but they can't tap down both of these things here. Okay, so now they're going to turn their Fable into a 4/5. Go get, I don't know, maybe black. I don't think I need another red here. Okay, Fable turns to a 4/5. Don't have the mana yet to turn it into a 7/8, but that's going to be 1 turn away now. They're going to have to keep on tapping down this Zealot, or I'm going to be gaining enough life to where it's going to be really annoying for them. At least this thing can attack, I guess. I don't know, it's a 1/1. Alright. I think I've got to try to trade here. Alright, what's the trick? The trick is indestructible here. Figure of Fable. What a card. Still have the mana to tap down my 6/5. And if they draw another land, then not looking great for us here. So what can I do? This isn't going to be able to attack here, so I can attack with a 1/1. Do I want to attack with a 4/4 or hold that back for blocks? I can't attack with the 2/2 because they have a 2/3. They're going to have to tap probably this to get this down. So the 4/4 could attack. They're still going to be holding up their Death Touch trick. Okay, I mean, I gotta... If this turns into a 7/8 with protection, I have to try to pressure a little bit here as much as I can. Tap down Zealot. Man, they really stuck on 2 lands and really just did well without it. Oh, kept a white up, tapped out of the black. Interesting. I suppose I could have made this thing lose all abilities. Then they would have gotten a 1/1 flying lifelink first strike. Maybe that would have been good enough. I kind of forgot about the fact that they had a tapper, so putting it on the Zealot was kind of invalidated. I mean, in theory, I don't actually need these things anymore. They're not doing anything for me. They can just soak up damage while they wait for another land here. Yeah, still holding up Trapper to tap here. And they got the land next turn for the protection. Okay, what can I do about that? Fortunately, not a ton. I can get back a Zealot and like impulse draw here. Is it worth attacking first? This won't attack. They're going to tap down that. So these two and this will be tapped. So I can attack with this and this. Play Weaver, get back Zealot. Play Zealot. And then I have to win next turn, because this is going to have protection. So let's go to combat. Tap down Zealot here. I attack with Abigail and Elm, I think. Okay, creatures trade. Still getting priority with one white now. I don't know what that could be based on their pool. Their pool says it could be literally nothing, so maybe they're just playing with full control on. Oh, I think it's figure. Okay, the figure. Even though it is already a 2/3, I think it has priority to do it again if they wanted to. I could actually get back the Elm now and kill the Trapper. That might be better. I forgot about that. And if I kill the Trapper, that means this thing can start attacking and negating the Figure of Fable. Okay, I think this is kind of going to have to be the new plan here. Okay. Not a horrible spot now. I guess if the Zealot does die now, then it's still pretty bad for us, but... Oh. Yeah, okay. Do they have a bite spell to kill the Zealot now too? If so, they've had it all this game, that's for sure. No, not quite. Lifelinker getting 7-8 lifelink. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Can't even kill it. So do I want to just take the 7 and then be trading life back and forth over and over again here? Sure. Okay. Yeah, I got nothing else. We're just going to be kind of going back and forth, but they don't have to spend mana necessarily here. So if they draw, it's kind of like a race to removal, but I need to remove more things. If they remove my Zealot, then I'm kind of just out of luck here. There's a lot of things I have to remove on their side. Oh, also because next turn they can just make figure on protection and then give it +5/+5 here. So I think that means I actually do need to soak up some damage now because this is going to flip, I think. So let me try to soak up the damage now. I guess I could have animated this to try to kill that, but I don't know. Maybe they aren't gonna... Nope, still not turning on the figure here. Doesn't do exactly what I'm looking for, but it could at the very least kill the farrier, I suppose. So we're just trading big life hits back and forth here. I did find removal. It didn't quite deal with what I needed it to, though. I think I punted last turn by not killing the Feastling here. Because I should have tried to do that. If they've got instant speed removal and they haven't used it on the Zealot yet, then they're leveling me here, because I think I need to try to kill this Feastling. Like, maybe they have the Death Touch trick from earlier, but I don't know, getting rid of the lifelinker seems pretty good. Okay, what do they got? Okay, it is the Death Touch trick, but like I said, I think getting rid of the lifelinker... Well, maybe it's not. What is it? What do they got going on? Ah. Yeah, I did not expect to see that, unfortunately. Okay. Oh, and our Vigilance, Reach Ward, gain 8. Yeah, I think we are a bit late here to the game. I've had so many different creatures we've needed to remove and haven't been able to do that for any of them. It's another... Oh, it's a merfolk. Okay, it's not... At least it's not a Kithkin, but I don't know. Things are still going crazy here. They need to be attacking alone still, I think. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, no blocks. Okay. The question is, what needs to die? I think it's their lifelinker. As much as... It's their lifelinker, and then I have to hope my Zealot goes the distance here, I think. And should I do it before they have the chance to draw protection or something? No, I'm going to like blank one of their attack steps here. I'm going to risk them drawing protection for this removal spell, but in response to the Imbuer trigger, I can kill the Feastling here and then kind of time walk their attack step in a way. Interesting. Something just changed. What do they have now that means they're doing things differently? Did they draw one of their selfless safe rights? That would be really annoying. Okay, they're going to attempt to give their figure protection from everything. Is that okay in the event that I just kill the Feastling and hope my Zealot can go the distance here? Or would I rather not... I don't think I can deal with the fact that they've got this lifelinker continually going here. So I have to just kind of bank on the fact that if I let this get pro everything that I control, the Feastling having lifelink is the bigger issue here. So sure, that resolves. And then I have to try to do this. Go to 16. And if this thing dies, then I've kind of lost the game, but kind of hoping it doesn't. What could I get back with Weaver here? I mean, that's probably good enough to get something back. A Gnarlbark Elm can kill not super relevant stuff. I can get back another Zealot, which is big enough to be attacking as long as this doesn't stay back to block. I can get back a Luminolisk to gain some life and have a Death Toucher. Kithkin have First Strike. This is not a Kithkin, so what if I did this? Vigilance, Reach, Ward 2, everything. Here would die. I would take 14 right now. I'm getting a Weaver. I can get Abigail back. I don't know if getting Abigail back does anything, though. I can Weaver get another Weaver, which then gets something. Okay, let's try this. Okay, Surveil again. I think Weaver is still good. Hopefully no instant speed removal here. That would be really bad. So I have 1, 2, what do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana currently. So I could do Weaver into Zealot. I think Luminolisk is probably... I'm going to say it's slightly better. I don't know if it is, though. It does have Death Touch. The Abigail doesn't quite do what I want it to do on this board. I can do the Elm, which can kill something, but I don't know if that's super great here. So let's start by getting Weaver. Gonna see if they have an answer to Zealot first. I mean, if they have an answer to Zealot, then I've lost. But this a crazy game again. There have been a lot of insane matches this league so far. Currently got him on a 3-turn clock, but this Figure of Fable attacking for a lot each turn could outrun me, especially because they've got 4. This can attack for like 13 or something. Actually, they might have me on a quicker clock. I might need to gain the life. I can play Abigail and make a Weaver a 2/1 first strike flyer. Lifelinker. Next turn I'm taking theoretically 9 plus 4 is 13. So 26. Currently this will put me up at 21. This if I give this first strike lifelink flying, it'll put me up at 23. So I'm dead in 2 turns to the Figure if I can't find an answer to the Imbuer. So because I need exactly an answer, I think that means I need to try to find one here with a Zealot. That is an answer to the Imbuer. Wow. What a match. Or what a game. It's not even a match. It's just a singular game. Oh, okay. Going against a bit of an aggressive deck here. So, what can I do against more aggressive decks? The Boggarts actually seem pretty good here. Something like Boulder Dash seems quite good as well. They do have, notably, a Crucible, what is that called? Chronicle of Victory. I guarantee that's in their pool for Kithkin, so probably want to bring one of these in. If that hits the battlefield, I probably already lose, though. Are there anything good against, like, low toughness creatures here? Not particularly. I guess things like the Prankster can block well enough, but it doesn't do super great otherwise. So I'm probably looking at those bring-ins here. And then things that are just more expensive, like, yeah, the Zealots were good, but like, I don't even know if that's the kind of game we're playing here. Things like, what down here is not very good against them? I mean, everything else actually seems kind of okay. Maybe this random Blackthorn that's just pretty expensive. Maybe one of the Zealots. A Pummel, they didn't have a ton of removal per se. I don't, if it's only the Chronicle of Victory that I care about. Yeah, I looked into some of the enchantments. There is a Liminal Hold, but that's about it. Then I don't know if I want to bring in the Shapeshift, the Changeling just for that. So, because like I said, if Chronicle Victory hits the battlefield, I've basically already lost. The Informant trades fine, but they're probably making some 1/1s. They've got some good stuff that, like, you know, it's not super great with, so I can do something like this. And I think the Boggarts are quite good against trading against their X1s. I can get rid of these and kill their little tapper things and stuff like that. The Boulder Dash can kill 2 things potentially. So let's try it this way and see if this sideboard plan does anything good here. Okay, that's an easy mulligan, unfortunately. And this is potentially fine, assuming Druid survives. That's about all we got. So I'll keep and send back one of the forests. Yeah, I'll try this. Gotta hope I find some extra land stuff here, but got a creature. As long as the druid doesn't die, then I've got potential for some good stuff going here. Rough. Alright, they can make it into a 2-3 already with just one additional mana, which makes Boulder Dash not be able to hit it, unfortunately. So that's unfortunate for us. You hate to see Figure on turn 2 both games. So I could 2-for-1 myself to get rid of it next turn. Never mind. Now it could become a 4-3 or 4-5. What is... This card is insane. It's going to win the whole game for them. Just this card. This game, I think. Yeah, I have no way of dealing 5 damage to that unless I've 3-for-1 myself, but I don't even have the mana to do that yet, so... Figure of Fable, what a card. To Thought-Wept Imbuer as well. Yeah, okay, well this was fun. They mulled a 5, found the figure, and that's pretty much good enough. I don't know what to do about that. So I guess the only thing I can think is play Pitiless Fists. I still can't block it. The fight doesn't do anything, but next turn I can blight 6 and kill both of their things. Is that about the only thing I can see happening here? I have to draw a land to be able to do that too. But what are the other options? Like, Boulder Dash doesn't do anything. Scout, I could chump for a turn. Anti-Sentence doesn't kill anything. Okay, I guess we have to just hope for a land next turn. If we don't get one, then... pretty much dead here. Okay, found the forest. And if they can kill the druid, then I'm mega dead. And I have to draw it basically exactly right now because next turn they'll be able to give this. Yeah. All right, untapped land, and we might be in this here. No untapped land, and we concede. That was insane. Oh, wait. I could still do it. Okay, now I just gave the preemptive GG. That was... I'll apologize in chat. Okay, we're alive. Okay, what can I do about this now? Does it have trample? Okay. It does not. But I've only got a couple of options now. I'm going to be chumping basically no matter what I do. So what do I want to be chumping with? The scout? Okay, there goes some more land here. Removal off the top will end it. Continue to chump here. Weaver, I mean, Anti-Sentence could potentially get something here. I don't know exactly what I'm dealing with. Yeah, because the ward, I can't go -2/-2 and then deal 2 more damage to it. The ward is stopping me. So I don't know, they might have not drawn a land, but I feel like if they did draw land, they would have played the swamp. So I might be able to get something here. I don't really have anything else to do. I'm just kind of on chump for a couple of turns here. Ah, well, that'll just do it then, won't it? I think it will. Alright, well, they got me on Figure of Fable. Okay, so I think our plan for Game 3 is going to be they don't draw Figure of Fable. I think that's a pretty good plan, because if that happens, then we're probably okay. Anything better here? Not really. I think our new plan is fine. I didn't see a lot of flyers. The grass splings don't make too much sense. Yeah, none of the red cards make too much sense necessarily. The Changeling can only hit the Chronicle that I really care about too much. It does have a Johnny in the pool as well. Okay, let's give it a shot and hope there's no figure. Okay, it's not super great, but at the very least, this could maybe kill a Figure of Fable if it doesn't come down on literally turn 1. I almost cried for a moment when I saw something was coming down there. Okay, I'll attack with lifelink, play the Elm. Still need a second red for Soul Immolation, but it could end up being good if we can find it in time. No plays, you say. Grub is a new card. When it enters or transforms, return up to 1 goblin from your graveyard to your hand. Don't currently have any goblins in the graveyard. And then I could flip it to make things blight and do all kinds of stuff, so that could be pretty nice. I guess if they use a combat trick to get rid of Scout here, I think I'm okay with that. So, right? I mean, what do they got? Green and white instant speed. Don't have the mana for Safe Right. We've seen an appeal to Erdu. Don't have the mana for that. Dawn's Light Archer is fine. Guiltleaf's Embrace gets indestructible, but they're going to use that here. I think that's also okay. Okay. Let's go ahead and play this, and then play Grub here. Thought Weft Imbuer, okay. So if I pay red, it can attack. It would trade here though, which I don't love. So I can use this to kill that then. I probably would. And then I can blight. Okay, okay. So let's... There's a lot of things I can do here. Okay, so... I can blight one onto this, flip it back the next turn, get the boggart back. But putting a counter on something, does that really matter right now? It could. Could make this block a little better. So let's auto pay. I'm going to kill that. Attack with everything. Blight onto this, I think. Oh, it does enter with this. Okay, that's an interesting thing for next turn, because I can do that and then use the ability, assuming Grub has attacks and can survive. Another, okay, more creatures here, sure. I don't think I want to this time. Okay, so if I attack with Grub, I think Grub's gonna die here, unfortunately. Because if I blight here, I could kill that, but they could still double block. If I blight here, I could kill things, but not till after combat. But Grub would trade with the 1/1. But then I blight here, and then this has the opportunity to kill something here soon. There's a lot going on here. They do have the mana for the Selfless Safe Ride, unfortunately, which they did hold up, which might be the thing. What is it? Is it give indestructible or just hexproof? Hexproof and indestructible. That would kill almost everything I have here in that case. And I don't think I can afford... I don't think I can afford to risk that if that's what they have up. So I'm just not going to, actually. In case it is Selfless Safe Ride. Especially considering there's 2 in the pool. Which, okay, might not have used it because they might trying to be saving it. Who knows? Okay, so yeah, so they're not using it again, so I think it still could be that. So let's decline. Play Elm and then use Elm. Okay, so if it is Selfless Safe Right, it's a little less bad now. Grub would still die, but I should have used this on that and then Grub and then blighted here and then killed that. But now I can blight here potentially. Okay, if it's got to be Safe Right? So how does this play out if it is Safe Right? Choose a creature type. These are all Kithkin. It could... The Safe Right could trade. I have a lot of attacking power here. So if I blight here next turn, I could potentially use that to kill something else. If I blight here... Okay, I think this is Selfless Safe Right, but I think I'm gonna risk going for it. And let's see what it is. Could be +2/+1, air dues, whatever. Okay. That's fine, I think. Yeah, they're at 4. Another creature. Land, nothing, Gloom Ripper. What does that one even do again? I haven't cast it yet. When it enters target creature plus X for X's number of elves in your graveyard, which is currently 0. Elves you control plus elves in the graveyard. So I can potentially kill this thing. Oh, 2. So what gets +2 now then? Alright. My head was starting to hurt there at the end, if we're being honest. I was like, I'm getting a little tired and all this math and stuff going back and forth. That was really incredible games. And I probably missed a couple lines that could have been more optimal, but I think we got there in the end with the couple of rares that ended up being really good for us and dodged figure in that last game. Wow. Another grind fest, another victory in a grind fest, but we'll take those wins where we get them. So we jump up into the 7-win category there on the right. We jump up to 33rd place. You can see 3 below us there, FunnyTruck in 36th with that record of 7-5. We're sitting in there in 33rd with that record of 7-4. A couple other players have played and jumped up since we finished our match as well. So you can see Imperial March on the left at 9-4, jumping toward the top. But again, our opponent match win percentage holding strong at 60+, which that is usually my downfall. Mine is usually underneath 50. But that tiebreaker can really help us gain some places here going late in the league. Most important thing is to keep winning, and opponent match win percentage will just work itself out in the end. So, tough one today, but we got the win. That'll do it for today, and I'll see you next time here at Daily Draft.